In this video, you'll learn how to use the graph view in Timeflow to edit animation channels. To switch between the track view and the graph view, press the toggle button at the bottom of the window, or alternatively, use the keyboard shortcut G to switch views. The graph view is designed to display animation curves for one or more selected channels at a time. If nothing is selected, the view remains empty. We can select a channel by clicking on its name in the display list, holding the Shift key to select multiple. Each animation curve is drawn using the channel's display color. If displaying a complex value such as a vector or color, each axis is displayed in RGB colors. Each axis may be toggled from the display using the attribute buttons below, or alt-click on an axis to isolate it. A channel may also be displayed continuously in the graph view by holding the Shift key and clicking on the curve icon in the switches panel, turning it red. Channels set in this mode are displayed in the graph view regardless if selected or not. After selecting channels to view, use the keyboard shortcut F to fit the view vertically. You may also use Shift F to frame the current selection or work area if nothing is selected. One helpful trick is to use Ctrl A to select all keyframes displayed, and then press Shift F to frame them in view. Holding Ctrl Alt while scrolling the mouse wheel zooms the view vertically from the center of the view. You may also zoom in and out horizontally in time, holding Alt while scrolling the mouse wheel. And holding the Shift key with the mouse wheel pans the view left and right. While holding the Alt key, you may also click and drag in any open area of the graph view to freely pan the view. All of the same keyframe editing features in the track view also apply to the graph view. However, additionally, we can now alter keyframe values simply by clicking and dragging them. When moving keyframes, the Shift key can be held to constrain movement either horizontally or vertically, depending on the direction of mouse movement. This makes it easier to move keyframes while only affecting the time or the value. The current value of each keyframe is shown when hovering the cursor over it. To make micro adjustments to values, hold Ctrl, Alt, Shift when dragging. The cursor icon changes to indicate the micro adjustment mode is active. By default, micro adjustments are 1/10 scale, though may be customized in the Timeflow preferences. And as always, the values for selected keyframes may be edited directly in the info panel. New keyframes can be inserted by holding the Control key and clicking anywhere in the view. Note that if multiple graphs are displayed, the keyframe is added on the curve nearest the cursor position when clicked. When multiple keyframes are selected, the bounding box handles may be used to squash and scale them both in time and in value. Hold the Control key while dragging to scale from the center. Snapping time works the same in the graph view as in the track view. However, snapping values on the vertical axis is controlled separately by the vertical snap button or toggled on and off using the shortcut key J. Snapping can also be temporarily enabled anytime while dragging by holding the Alt key. Note that the vertical grid increments are automatically created based on the value range currently displayed. Zoom the view in and out to adjust the grid as needed. In the next video, we'll continue working with the graph view, covering interpolation and curve editing tools.